Okay, stream's getting started a little bit later than I wanted it to, but that's fine. Welcome, travelers. Today we will be doing the 4.1 Archon quest, at least starting it. Hopefully it won't take us too long to do, but I'm probably not going to do the whole thing here at once. I will probably do parts of it, just to try and split it up a little bit. I don't want another... I don't want to do another 5 to almost 7 hour stream on the first part of an Archon quest. But today we will be continuing the new quest. Monsieur Novelette here. Or Nouvelette. I'm still not entirely sure how to pronounce his name. So, hopefully you all will enjoy. Let's get us to Fontaine. But first, let me go revisit Chubby. Just because I want to see if they've got any Sumeru Radiant Spin Crystals. I haven't had any new ones for a while. Nope, I still have all the spin crystals. Sorry, I like my Fontaine music. Sumeru music is also really good, but it's hard to put Fontaine. They're like on the same level. I don't want to say one's better than the other, but I'm leaning towards the Fontaine music a bit. But I still greatly enjoy the Sumeru music. Still probably one of my favorite areas outside of all the desert expansions we had. That got boring real quick. At least for me. Not everyone will be the same, or maybe I was just starting to feel a little bit of burnout at the time. Let's go meet with Miss Navia. I really like to use some bronze and blue and white. I used to think it was gold, but I've looked at it a little more and it's more of a bronze / brass look.
Skilled in something doesn't make him
happy. To the sewers. Oh, music cut out. My sword disappeared. borrow that.
Yep, here's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax.
Just for some of those without context, when you first start this quest, or if you completed the first one and you updated, Paimon talks a little bit about the main Archon quest, but I can't capture that. I didn't manage to capture that.
Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
Oh, come on, Traveler, that's not nice.
Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base?
Truth, Paimon.
Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Fair enough, just don't spoil the ending for me this
Then
time.
it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy.
Spinade Rosables.
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Whew. It's actually pretty good.
You just finished it. You're a pretty slow reader, Paimon.
No! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Isadora?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble, are you?
Traveler, you need to
A
speak
blonde
up.
traveler and a chatty little fairy. Phew, looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
You talk too much.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourillet wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Well, no. We gotta go see Nouvelette.
Nouvelette? She wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Nourillet in person.
Palais Mermonia.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
To the stars shining in the depths. Very well. I could just use teleport waypoints, but what's the fun in that? Wait, this is like right underneath of it? know that. I think there's another way out back here. Yes, there is. Probably more efficient. Considering it's right above us. Me, I don't like to speed through these things. I like to try and enjoy it, because most people don't. And for those who missed out on the last Archon quest, at the end of it, basically Tartaglia went to jail. Because he was guilty by the judgment thing. Democles. I don't remember how it's pronounced. Ooh, we get to meet our Lucino too, finally. I've been waiting for her. And from what I've gathered from the last Archon quest, despite being a Fatui member, she doesn't seem to have any ill will. She just wants to save Fontaine like many of the residents. That's perfect. That's great. Scooby Senpai do. I'm not. Hopefully, it won't be super long. I don't intend on streaming for 5 hours, even if it is, though. Last time I did a stream for an Archon quest, and it's just because of my inability to play Ace Attorney. It took me 5 hours to get through the first part. It really wasn't that long. But then again, it was an investigation. I was making sure to investigate everything. I do. I'm just, I'm not trying to go off of names here. Real names. For online privacy purposes. Or you could tell when he said Avid, not Avid. Shovel guy. I'm not very good at this streaming stuff, but I try my best to be somewhat engaging. Ooh, is there a book I can grab over here for me to definitely read at a later date? Yes, there is. Sometimes I read them. Hello, Mazia Novenet.
We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this.
Well, earlier at the...
It has come to my attention that the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct?
It's Farina.
I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right?
Yes.
It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
Very few nations are friends with you, Snezhnaya. Not after what you've tried to do in some of the other regions. Try not to do any spoilers, though. Yeah, wait till you see a little more of her personality when you reach this point, although you might still like it.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Much as I like many of the female characters in here, at least as of 4.0, Farina is my least favorite character I've met, just because I don't like the way she is. I'll probably still pull for her to have another Archon, but...
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I didn't notice her hair glowed.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Ahem. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time.
There's not a lot I can do about that. It's probably just because I'm not speaking very loudly. And since I'm streaming directly from the PS4, I don't think I have a control over the audio mixing.
Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Well, there's Farina's theme. Well, I can't do that in the middle. I can't do that in the middle of the stream. Yeah, she's... Maybe she'll get a redemption, but as of right now, I'm not too big of a fan of her personality. She's not as good as Fischl is from an earlier point in the game, although they share many
Lady Farina,
similarities.
could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Oops, sorry.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
Yeah, YouTube, because most of my streams do better on here. Hold on. First, see, this isn't ordinary.
I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Archon, the knave, the fourth of the 11 Fatui Harbingers. She's pretty high up there, then. She's on par with a god. Almost. That Snezhnayan drip, though. Gotta love it. I don't blame you for Arlecchino. Don't look at her as a friend, though, at least not yet.
Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable.
Be a little cautious about them, Farina. They might be poisoned.
To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you.
Sorry, there's no co-op in main Archon quests.
Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood. Perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Iudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
Oh yeah, no, her eyes are really cool. They're probably one of the most unique eyes in the game, and there's characters with different eyes, but not quite like that. I mean, Neuvillette and Farina are two prime examples.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step?
Okay, hold on, I gotta get a screenshot of that. I wish I could hide the text box, though, so that way there's no spoilers.
You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the Fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The Fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Lenny did say that Father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Please be careful, Neuvillette.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
Does she, though? I'm sorry, I missed some of the context here. Paimon can be annoying, but She's better than
In
what she
reality,
used to
this
be.
problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Child recently disappeared under mysterious
How
circumstances.
could he have disappeared?
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance.
Probably. He's a harbinger for one, and for two...
I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate Child's disappearance.
How do you expect us to get in? You said it's completely automatous. And, like, you guys have no control over permitting...
This was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The Knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Wouldn't it be more convenient to have an official from Fontaine do this? But why do you want us... Well, one, we're friends. Two, with Child, technically, even though I kind of still don't like him. But two, we also can swim very well.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss.
Fair point.
And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity.
You'll find out more when you reach the Lioa quest. That's all I will say about that. You'll find out more at the end of that quest. Although, in his story quest, I mean, he's had a little bit of redemption, but I still don't trust him. He's still a harbinger. And you'll learn a little bit about the Fatui throughout the quests. But some details of the story are important, and I would suggest at least listening to them and going through them. I mean, you have to reach certain regions, like Inazuma, but...
Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters.
That's an interesting system you guys got there.
Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
I really like Novelette's outfit, but then again, the dark blue characters, despite Red being my favorite character, the Snezhnayan drip, like Arlecchino there, and the dark blue characters I like a lot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble.
Damn it, I'm being tried in court.
So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Since you're in such a tough spot, and Child is our friend after all.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task.
It's fancy. Like I said, I don't know what it is about the dark blue, just in general on outfits, but I like it a lot.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret.
Do not worry, Nouvelette.
We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Merope's entrance on Erinius once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
I mean, it is a prison after all. Kind
Even
of.
though we'll be there on trumped up charges, we'll be in prison for real. On second thought, is it too late to back out?
We've already agreed, Paimon. Just accept it. You didn't even consider. I mean, I consider.
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler,
Of
let's go
course.
eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. You're a treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
I'm still concerned about those cakes. It doesn't seem like he was ready for us to leave. But like Yelan here, Yelan, I don't know how to pronounce it, despite being one of my favorite characters. I mean, besides other parts, I really like her outfit. Even Wanderer here still looks pretty nice.
Relax.
And Lynette, I kind of like the turquoise. Same with Eula. Finally got her. Mama's alright. I mean, I don't hate her. Layla here is pretty adorable. Candace looks great. I think that's about it. I mean, there's these guys, but not as fancy. And speaking of, as I like to call him, the Ginger Menace, here he is.
But that's just before you procedure.
Show us your top 3 favorite, bro. That's really hard because I like the majority of the characters. But I will show you still one of my absolute favorite. Well, honestly, they're all right here in a line. But this is Ganyu, one of my strongest characters still, and one of my favorites to use. Nilu is just really pretty, but I have a soft spot for the red hair. And then Yelan. Although, despite her kit being bad, Dia over here is still one of my favorite characters overall in design. As for my favorite male character, well, right now that would be Lenny. But I like the magician aesthetic, so. That's not the door I want to go through. course, these games do. Yeah. Neelu was also one of my characters I was very excited for, and she can wreck my enemies pretty well as long as I have the proper team comp. There are other characters I like a lot, like Farazan, who looks an awful lot like Hatsune Miku, but I don't know, I just think she's silly. Oh, I forgot though. I can't believe I forgot her. Kokomi, right here. Someone who I rarely am willing to take off my teams, and it is because she's a healer, but she's also one of the cutest and still one of my favorites. Absolute favorites. Most of the time I stop using characters after I've reached max friendship with them. Not necessarily entirely. Some of them I will still use for like boss fights and domains. Yeah.
The tea here just keeps getting... I'll have that, and that! Oh, and one of those two! Ooh, and no Fanta, thank you!
You sure ordered a lot.
That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we were about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty. Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fontaine. Just to avoid breaking any strange laws here. But here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the Fortress of Mirrorkey.
Paimon, you need to shush it.
Maybe this is what they call fate.
This is a public area and you're letting other people know about our operation.
Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Oh, is this Charlotte?
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking story?
Hi, Charlotte.
Hey! You can't hear a taste! And what are you doing here, Charlotte?
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up. Ah, calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. And as long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
Yeah, but I just accepted it. I don't hate Paimon as much as I used to.
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
I wish that our traveler, though, our main character that we chose of, would actually talk more instead of always Paimon. They try to go for a silent protagonist, although he's not really silent, and this isn't really a game where that works as well. In my opinion.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Mirrorkey. You didn't commit a crime, did you? Please tell me all about it.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret!
Well, this is the reason. We're going to serve our sentences and redeem ourselves for spoiling the ending of a detective novel in public.
Huh? You're being arrested for that?
Well, Taine's got some strange laws, and Tefat also has its own laws.
Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Almost as offensive as committing theft.
You mean Paimon really did something that serious?
I told you, Paimon. You didn't even think anything about it at the time. Audio broke for a moment.
Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
It's been a problem since the new update. Hopefully it gets fixed soon.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing.
I like Charlotte, though she's a bit too... She's a news reporter. That's what you expect, but...
Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Mirrorkey, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
About that, Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
It's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress.
Rice Worsley. I probably absolutely butchered that.
He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare.
I mean, Charlotte does mean well, but, you know, as a news reporter, she is willing to grasp at any straw she can get.
On top of that, the Fortress of Meripede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there.
We actually got to meet her back in 3.4, and I know I have that video somewhere on my YouTube channel. You might have to scroll back a few months, but if you're interested, or not 3.4. I don't think she was in 3.4, but she was in 3.7, which is only like 4 months ago, give or take. Maybe close to 6 already. What the heck? Probably like 2 or 3 months already. So, if you're interested in our first encounter, you can meet her there. Just know that was when I was feeling a little burnout. But it is an event all about the TCG.
Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
Are you sure about that, Charlotte? Paimon ordered a lot. Yeah, might be. Just remember that a lot of my streams do consider stories, and but then again, like the 3.7 was a limited time event story, so you won't probably ever experience it again. Whereas these Archon quests are part of the game.
Alright, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
I told you you would regret that. At least he's pleasant enough to do a bow. Or nice enough to do a bow.
Oh, I'm so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going. Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
They are spoilers, but at the same time, it's probably going to be a while before you can reach the Fontaine quest, so...
I had no idea you could eat so much. That didn't go according to plan. Please, please, don't forget about the material for my news article.
I'll give you some money back. Maybe. Paimon lets me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
I love these little melazines. They're one of the cutest things to be added to the game. And Nouvelette likes them, too. One of his lines... That's the wrong button. He also does a lot of water testing.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them, and cause them no harm.
One of my favorite facts about the Chief Justice of Fontaine is that he has a soft spot for the little Melusines.
There's no point worrying about the future.
Alright, let's go to the Fortress of... Let's go through a trial. Yay. This'll be fun. Oh well, I guess we're being convicted here, so... I'm assuming we ain't gonna have to do a lot of freaking Ace Attorney mechanics like we did in the last one. Please subscribe to the Steam Bird. Okay, I should probably... For lore reasons, I should probably be playing as main character. For immersion reasons. But I tend to keep most characters related to the Archon quest in my team. Yeah. As much as I like the music, hold on. Because if you listen real carefully, it'll be a lot easier here at night. But I like to be able to hear my game too, so.
I think the next one's a trial.
I prefer magic, personally.
Who else deserves to take the stage more than Lady Farina?
I think the next one's a trial.
I prefer magic.
As you heard, probably barely heard it, but there's some weird ghostly dialogue when you hear at the Fountain of Lucinia. Keep the SFX down a little bit. I want to keep my music up, and dialogue gotta stay up. Increase my level here before I go to the fortress. Claim my free rewards. No, darn it. I forgot to show off the new fountain I have, which actually I think is based off of this fountain, loosely. Yay, let's go face a trial. I did not want to talk to you, ma'am. I'm sorry. Little Melusine, I did not mean to talk to you. Thanks. Although we already know I'm going to the fortress. But probably once we reach another point where I can move around relatively freely will probably be where I end the stream. Oh, I gotta meet Nuvalite at the entrance. My bad. I'm sorry. That's weird because it was just telling me to go in there. Whatever, it's fine. Or maybe I'm just crazy. No, the fountain, well, you might have barely seen it at the start of the video when I was in my teapot. Oh, I thought it was telling me to go to the trial, not go to the fortress. Wait, it's right here? I don't remember there being a bunch of waterfalls there. Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
All right, Nuvalite, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
Oh, it's fine.
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the fortress of Meripede from Araneus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Whoa, so you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the fortress of Meripede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
I really like the bronze with the blue and the whites.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives
Yes.
Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
The fear of the deep ocean blue.
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Wriothesley.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that Duke, right?
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates. The Duke rarely ever leaves the fortress of Meripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind.
The Duke, Wriothesley. Okay, and I will be right back. Before we go in. Alright. My mic back on. Can you hear me? Well, I mean... testing. Testing. Okay. Mic is back on. Sorry about that echo there.
All right. That's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Alright.
Don't worry,
do
we won't
this.
let you down.
Good. Madeline.
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of Meripede.
Note involved in the... Note involvement in other quests. Parts of the following quest. Unfinished comedy. I don't think I have that quest, do I? There's still some long road quests I need to do. Yeah, I don't even have that quest unlocked, so... Huh. Well, I appreciate the warning. It's not... I mean, yes and no. It's more of a gathering of exiles from Fontaine than it is a prison. As Neuvillette did explain, but you might not have been paying attention, which is fine. I wouldn't really call it... I mean, I guess if it has guards, it would be a fortress, but...
Are we already underwater now?
Probably.
Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
I mean, we've gotten in trouble in almost every
You
nation
two seem to
within
be
it.
taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
Well, I mean... Are I gonna go swimming in the water? The music is interesting. I'll give it that.
Oh, it's you, Madeline. Why'd they make you make the trip down here today?
Monsieur Neuvillette personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned others might not be up to the task.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice. The only people I get to see every day are the new inmates.
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows, it might help your professional reputation.
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. How can I smile with such a toxic work environment? And even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of twisted enjoyment from their pain.
I mean, fair enough.
Oh, she's got a point.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will guide you through the remaining procedures.
Yep, I'll take it from here. You head on back to that bright and sunny world above.
Man, I don't think I can deal with these people with a low morale. Man, I don't think I can do that.
Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Present.
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Let's see. You two are charged with eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence: 45 days?
I guess that cake was to be used for the trial.
Huh? Wait! You mean the cake that Neuvillette...
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing some serious trouble. And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
You flatter us. You really have an eye for criminals.
Now I've seen everything. Anyway, we still need to finish processing you before you can enter the Fortress of Meripede.
Hold on.
Please stand in front of the board over there. I'll take your mugshots with my camera.
Yay, mugshot.
Oh, all right! But be sure to catch Paimon's good side.
kind of weird it pans to the sky. We're on the ground. Look at that handsome fella. I think they forgot animation there. Oh, they did it for special effect.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Huh? Rebirth? Isn't that a little much? We're only gonna be here for 45 days!
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay! Paimon is Paimon and this is the Traveler!
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names. Move it.
Alright, alright. So we're not here to bust out Child, but we are here to figure out how the hell happened to it and how he disappeared.
So, are you one of the guards here? Is there anything we should be careful of while we're here?
Deacon.
Did Paimon already ask something she wasn't supposed to?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me?
You sure don't seem like a guard. Why were you sent to bring us in?
This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
I'll talk to you later.
Credit coupons?
I need to get through those cutscenes.
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But next time, it'll cost you some coupons. Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem. Coupons can even change fate itself.
Alright. I doubt that whole fate thing. It's pretty well set in stone in this universe.
So, credit coupons are a currency that can only be used here?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over and earn your coupons.
Alright.
Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life. I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
So it's like its own little culture. Huh. Kind of like in Sonkai Star Rail with the underground of Euro 6.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you know? Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Have you seen the Duke? Have you seen a Harbinger from Snezhnaya? I feel like I should ask that.
us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost you.
Aw, damn it, I have to earn these coupons.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait, no. Coupons?
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Well, that's kind of terrifying. Well, I think this is actually a good spot to end off for now and continue at a later time. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Anyways, thanks you all for watching. I just don't want to get stuck into a thing I can't escape, so we'll do this, and we'll save here. Talk to you all in the next one. Safe journeys on your travels. And before I go, I had a request from a viewer to go check out this Fontaine. Sorry. I mean, Fontaine is fountain in French, but I'm probably saying it wrong. Alright, Shovel Guy. I try to stream these quests soon as possible. Last 2 days, though, I've been a little preoccupied. Even though they were when I had the most time. Because work. Oh wow, it actually is the Fountain of Lucina. But here's the fountain in my work in progress Fontaine themed area. Besides the stage here, but that's the only stage I have for the 2 magic performers right now. It's a cloud. I wish I could switch to walking. Right here's where I started the stream. Magic performers. Hi, Lenny. Yeah, I mean, I want to do more here, but I've reached the limit that I can do in this island. It's actually a really annoying mechanic. I'm still trying to find ways around it, but it might just be because I'm on the not the Xbox. Can't play this on Xbox, on the PlayStation 4 Pro. But that's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll stream sometime, maybe tomorrow or in the future. Farewell for now, travelers.